Tattoo artists of Reddit, who was your worst tattoo virgin? Had a customer that wanted a little watermelon slice on his thigh. Cool, 5 to 10 minutes, nice and easy for a first tattoo. Nope. On the third line I hear a weird little low-pitched moan, looked up and his head flipped back and the rest of him followed. When he woke up on the floor to 3 guys trying to pull him back up, he said something along the lines of WTF, why are you touching me? That's been like 3 to 4 years since then and he still hasn't come back to get it finished. Lamau. Kid who wanted to get a full sleeve as his first ever tattoo. Convinced him to get a smaller tattoo for his first ever. He proceeded to throw up after, now this sounds like an exaggeration, 5 seconds. Girl comes in to get her ex-boyfriend's name tattooed as a tramp stamp. Comes in with friends and proceeds to scream throughout the process of doing the outline, and she leaves with a half outline of her ex's name. A friend who had never had a tattoo before wanted one on her ankle and was adamant about that. I told her several times that the ankle is a very not fun location, and asked her if maybe she'd prefer the shoulder instead. She insisted on the ankle. Okay then. The moment the needle touched her she hollered. You sure you want to keep going? I asked. She said yes. That was the loudest appointment I ever had, but to her credit she made it through. One shop I worked at, we had a couple come in on the day we did $100 2" by 2" tattoos. They both were getting these small triceratops outline tattoos behind their ears. Nothing too crazy or detailed, so maybe about 15 minutes each in the chair at most. The guy is losing his mind, he's hyperventilating, laughing, jumping up and down and yelling questions at all of us, visually very nervous. He tells one of our apprentices that this is his first tattoo and keeps asking them how bad it hurts over and over again. The owner went into the back and grabbed an ammonia packet, worried the guy would pass out the second needle touched skin. Turns out it was this couple's first date. He had told her he was impulsive and she tried to call his bluff and suggested they get matching tattoos. To his credit, he got the tattoo and didn't pass out, paid for them both too. Not the worst client, but just an unfortunate event. The apprentice at my shop who had only been tattooing for a little under a year was tattooing this girl's wrist recently, her first tattoo, the word undefeated. Gets the tattoo, it goes smoothly, she likes it, walks to the lobby, shows her dad, he likes it. Walks back to get bandaged up, gets bandaged, then walk back to the counter as he's explaining. After she blacks out. Falls back, hits her head on a giant painting hanging on the wall, a Ned Hardy original. The painting falls, glass breaks. He runs over, picks her up and is checking the back of her head. Realizes a giant piece of glass had punctured her shoulder/trap. EMT comes, tell her she needs stitches. They end up having to take her to the emergency room where she got 6 stitches. The next week the girl brought him a giant tub of cookies. She wasn't the worst, but it was an incredibly unfortunate experience for the both of them. His first time having someone pass out and her being defeated.